Hi, I welcome all TYBSc Botany student. Today we will talk on a topic that is a plant cell. The plant cell consists of following components: cell wall, protoplasm, cell membrane and cytoplasm. And in cytoplasm there is presence of a plastids, ribosomes, mitochondria, nucleus, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, peroxisomes and vacuoles. So these are the cell organelles present in a cytoplasm. So we will see one by one all the components. So this is the figure of typical plant cell. Here outermost covering, that is the cell wall, inside that there is presence of a cell membrane or also called as a plasma membrane. Here is the big vacuole, here is the nucleus, inside nucleus there is presence of a nucleolus, and here is the nuclear membrane, mitochondria, here is a chloroplast, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum, amyloplast, and this is the cytoplasm. All these organelles are present in a cytoplasm. So first is the cell wall. So cell wall is the non-living protecting layer outside the plasma membrane in the plant cell, bacteria, fungi and algae. The cell wall is formed of cellulose in all cell. Cell wall provides mechanical support and gives a definite shape to the cell. It protects plasma membrane and help in imbibition of water and movement of solid towards the protoplasm. Second component is the protoplasm. So protoplasm is the living, colorless, elastic, colloidal semi-fluid substance present in the cell. Protoplasm with non-living inclusion is called protoplast. About 90% water is present in protoplast and remaining 10% is the organic and inorganic material. So each protoplast keeps itself in communication with neighboring protoplast through small opening in the cell wall known as a plasmodesmata. Protoplasm consists of cytoplasm and nucleus and is externally bounded by the cell membrane or plasma lemma. Next is the cell membrane or plasma membrane. It is a thin film like pebble material and serves as a protective covering of the cell. Cell membrane mainly consists of proteins and lipids. It facilitates the entrance of nutrients into the cell and allow exit of nitrogenous waste, regulates the passage of material into and out of the cell. It controls and maintains differential distribution of ions inside and outside the cell. The next component is the cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like fluid mass of protoplasm excluding the nucleus and surrounded by a plasma membrane of the outside. It is a semi-permeable in nature. It is composed of matrix, the membrane-bound organelles and non-living inclusion like vacuoles, granules. The living cytoplasmic organelles are the site of various important metabolic activities such as photosynthesis, respiration, protein synthesis, etc. Next is the plastids. These are the cell organelles. That is, the plastids are the largest cytoplasmic organelles bound by a double membrane. And there are three types of plastids: leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. So this chloroplast is only present in plant cell. It is absent in a animal cell. Next is the ribosomes. Ribosomes are the submicroscopic organelles and these are the site for protein synthesis, and this ribosomes are attached to the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum, or sometimes it is scattered in the cytoplasm. The ribosomes having two types, that is a 70S unit and 80S unit. This again these 70S and 80S ribosomes are formed from larger subunit and smaller subunits. Next is the mitochondria. Mitochondria is also called as the powerhouse of the cell. It is a sausage-shaped, spherical or thread-like organelles present in the cytoplasm. They break down the complex carbohydrates and sugars into a usable form and supply energy for the cell. Then next is the nucleus. Nucleus is the most important part of the cell, which regulates all metabolic and hereditary activities within the cell. It is more or less spherical, lying in the cytoplasm and occupy about 2/3 of the cell space. Next organelle, that is the Golgi body. Golgi body is also referred as a Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus. It play an important role in transporting chemical substances in and out of the cell. It has three distinct components: a flattened sac or cisternae, clusters of transmission tubules and vesicles, and largest vesicles and vacuoles. Golgi body is mainly associated with the secretory activity of the cell. It is also associated with the concentration, storage, condensation and packaging of material for export from the cell across plasma membrane. Next organelle, that is the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is the connecting link between the nucleus and cytoplasm of the plant cell. Basically, it is a network of interconnected and convoluted sacs that are located in the cytoplasm. Based on the presence or absence of ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum can be smooth or rough type. The former type of sac, ribosomes, in a smooth endoplasmic reticulum there is a absence of ribosomes, and in rough there is presence of a ribosomes. Endoplasmic reticulum serves as a manufacturing, storing and transporting structure for glycogen, proteins, steroids and other components. Next is the lysosomes. Lysosomes are tiny membrane-bound vesicle structure of cytoplasm which enclose hydrolytic enzyme and perform intracellular digestion. These are also known as the suicidal bags. These are found in all animal cells but only in few plant cells. Next is the peroxisomes. Peroxisomes occur widely both in plant and animal cell. They are spherical or ovoid bodies surrounded by a single membrane. It contains certain oxidative enzymes used for the metabolic breakdown of fatty acids into simple sugar form. In green plants, peroxisomes help in undergoing photorespiration. And last cell organelle, that is the vacuole. Vacuoles are sap-filled vesicles in the cytoplasm. They are surrounded by a membrane called tonoplast. In the plant cell, there can be more than one vacuole is present. So, in this lecture, we discuss on a plant cell and its components. Thank you very much.